Nintendo's E3 show officially starts tomorrow, and instead of preparing for that, you all have settled for being mosquito food. Just why?
Hello everyone, and welcome to the third E3 prediction discussion video with James YEVON.
Hello!
Today we're going to be talking about quite a few things, but we're going to try and wrap this up in less than 20 minutes if we can.
So like anything that we discuss, if we don't get around to it, we're just going to cut it at the 20-second mark and you guys miss out on all of it.
Not 20 seconds, 20 minutes.
Did I say seconds?
Yes, you did. My goal is to try and get this done in 15 minutes, so let's start discussing stuff as soon as possible. And Nintendo's E3 is tomorrow. I know, I'm an idiot. I probably should have had this video out last week, but I am on a severe crunch right now. I'm literally just recording this hours before I'm exporting it. First off, the most important thing I want to talk about is whether or not Nintendo is going to reveal a new Nintendo Switch Pro.
And my opinion on all of that is there's just been so many rumors and just possible leaks lately.
Like, literally, Nintendo Switch Pro leaks are a meme at this point.
And so I could just see Nintendo probably revealing something like it, or at least teasing that it exists about this E3.
I'm pretty sure it exists at this point.
Yeah, just because of the fact that it just feels about right. I mean, what else are they going to reveal?
Exactly, and seeing the new Nintendo Switch games they've been putting out, it's becoming more and more clear that they're hitting more and more hardware limitations with their games.
Yeah.
Because you can see by, like, frame drops and, like, texture quality that they're starting to hit a bunch of walls as far as what their hardware is capable of doing.
Yeah, I mean, like, early on into the Switch's life, I mean, it was fine, but now with, like, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox refrigerator, it's just...
yeah, so I'm pretty sure Nintendo is going to be wanting to upgrade that hardware pretty soon. I mean, after all, the Switch, I think, is as old as the Wii U was whenever the Switch came out at this point.
Yeah.
So, we're about due for a new Switch console or a new Nintendo console in general. Do you think they do a Switch Pro upgrade, or do you think they just do a new console?
In my personal opinion, I think that they still want to do, like, one more wave of Switch games before announcing a new console.
And I can agree with you there. The real question is whether or not it's going to be called the Switch Pro or something dumb like new Nintendo Switch.
Yes, the new Nintendo Switch.
I could see Nintendo doing something like that. But yeah, I could see them doing... They'd have a ton of marketing advantages if they just called it the new Nintendo Switch, because literally people are going to see that and they're going to be like, oh, it's the new Nintendo Switch, and just pick it up, not realizing that's actually the upgrade of the Switch.
That is true. Hear me out. Switch Pro, but neon lights on the system that change different colors.
I'm sure there's some kind of dock out there that's like that.
I want that. It'll probably be black and sleek, though.
Plus, that would give you a reason to buy a new Nintendo Switch over
any other Switch. My Switch glows in the dark!
Yes!
What can you say about your PlayStation 5? Is there a giant glowing eye over it? No, I don't think so.
But we can agree that a new Nintendo Switch is coming, right?
Yeah, I think we can just solidly agree on that.
But, the real question is whether or not it'll be revealed tomorrow or not. I'm not sure at this point.
I think that they'll start to tease it tomorrow, at least announce that they are working on a Switch upgrade. That's fine.
Okay, I can probably agree with the tease, but full-out reveal, maybe.
That's a lower percent chance. I'd give it like a 15% chance.
Yeah. But anyway, Nintendo's definitely going to have to bring out some heavy guns, because they're falling quickly behind Sony and Xbox because of the fact that everybody's buying the new Xbox, everybody's buying the new PlayStation, so it's becoming harder and harder for them to keep up with it. So they're going to need some really big hitters. And we will start to talk about that, but first off is the next most important thing on the list. The next Smash Bros. Fighter.
Yes, it's hard to believe that Smash Bros. Is any relevant at this moment, but it's not quite done yet. It has one more gun to fire, so...
Yep, we got 2 more fighters coming. We're most likely going to get a reveal for only one tomorrow.
Yes, but there's a good chance that they just might reveal the last 2 just so that they can get it out of the way. I mean, seriously, if they're going to reveal the last Smash Fighter, E3 is the place to do it.
Yeah, that would be.
So I'm going to place my bets on 2 Smash Fighters tomorrow.
The real question is, which characters?
Oh, yeah. I think I have, like...
I mean, this could probably get its own separate video, but...
We could touch upon it just real fast.
Exactly.
Okay, I have some characters in mind, but what are yours?
I'm thinking Crash Bandicoot.
I can agree with that. I also have that placed
I'm
on
Crash Bandicoot all the way.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Like, go ahead and name off 2 others real fast.
Some kind of retro character from, like, the NES games. But I think I heard a rumor that, like, the character from Ninja Gaiden was going to be a Smash Fighter. I don't know if that rumor is true or not, but... It wouldn't surprise me if there was just some kind of retro fighter at this point.
Yeah.
What about Geno?
Geno! That's such a weird situation. I'm gonna say probably not. Even though they revealed a Mii costume for him, I'd still say... I had my bets placed on him, like, this entire Fighters Pass 2, but after, like, the Mii costume reveal...
What about Sora?
You see, I'm gonna say no, and that isn't gonna age well, somehow, so...
You do know that Jack Sparrow just got added to Sea of Thieves, right?
Huh. That is interesting.
Which deconfirms the fact that Disney won't lend out their characters to game franchises.
Yeah, I guess you do have a point there. So, I could see a big reveal for Sora. Like...
But at this point, I don't know. I really don't know.
Hear me out. I just want to, like, name off 2 just quick fighters that are just so obscure real fast, but it might age well. I don't play any of these game franchises, but I do know of these characters' existence. Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright! Oh man, that would happen a no can of worms there. That would open a whole can of worms. Literally, if Phoenix Wright gets added, I think that kind of opens a gateway for, like, visual novel characters in general.
And, like, the other one that I, like, strangely just have a sense, it would feel right enough. But Tomb Raider, Lara Croft.
Oh, that would be another really good one.
I feel like that's a character that nobody would expect, but would get good reception overall.
Yes, I agree.
So,
I can agree with that.
It just feels right.
Oh, and then there's one last one.
Okay.
Master Chief.
Oh, that would be... that would be great.
Oh. But let's talk about one more thing. Do you think that... Let's move on to something else, because we're already, like, 8 minutes in. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. We need to hurry.
But anyway, Square Enix had a terrible show.
Oh, wow.
You know that.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe their show was super lackluster because their big guns are going to be in Nintendo's Direct?
No.
Well, there's one out of 2 things that I think could happen. One, do you think we could get a Super Mario RPG remake?
No.
Okay, what about Final Fantasy VII Remake port?
No.
Not even if a Switch Pro is revealed.
No.
Okay, moving on.
You see, that's gonna age terribly. That's gonna age terribly.
I hope it ages terribly. But anyway, let's move on to what Mario is going to do next. Okay, at this point, my only predictions are either I'm betting on a new Mario Party. That is my #1 prediction at this point, because of the fact that Mario Kart 8 is still selling like crazy. Like, why would they want to make a new Mario Kart game whenever Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has outsold the Wii U and GameCube sales combined?
And I mean, Mario Kart Live Circuit, they're still trying to sell that.
Exactly, so coming up with a new Mario Kart game just screws those games over.
You see, I don't feel like Mario will have too much other than, like, maybe Mario Party at E3, just because there's Mario Golf coming out. If you want a new big Mario game, I guess Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope would, like, fill in that category just fine.
Yeah, but I think it's very possible we'll get a new Mario Party.
Yeah, if anything Mario related, yeah, I agree fully.
But that's everything that I think of as far as Mario is concerned. Next, a new Fire Emblem game. Do you think we'll get a new Fire Emblem game reveal?
I think that they'll reveal, like, a new spin-off. That's what I think will happen.
a new spin-off. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think
That's probably very likely. They're probably going to take their time on the next Fire Emblem entry, considering the fact that Fire Emblem 3 Houses sold so well.
Yeah, so I'm honestly going to place my bets on a new Fire Emblem spin-off of sorts.
Yeah. And now let's get on to the next big discussion. Now we've got to discuss what Retro Studios is up to.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Because, like, nobody knows anything that Retro Studios is doing at this point. We know they're working on Metroid Prime 4. Donkey Kong has been absent since Tropical Freeze. So, it's quite possible they might be working on a new Donkey Kong as well.
Yes,
What are your thoughts on that?
I have two thoughts on a new Donkey Kong. I think that it's an absolute. You see, out of all these comments, the scenes that I say will probably not, will probably age well, and the scenes that I say will probably be there, just won't be there at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that Donkey Kong will definitely be at E3 with a new game. And it could be one of two games. What I think is more likely is a new Donkey Kong Country entry.
I would kill for a new Donkey Kong Country game.
Like, Donkey Kong Country, Rise of the Kremlins, and, like, bring
Yes.
back the Kremlins.
Donkey Kong Country, but King K. Rool and the Kremlins are back.
Yes.
That would sell instantly. Literally, everybody would buy that game in a heartbeat.
Yes.
That is literally, if they do that, Nintendo's is already way up there for contender for the best E3 show.
Maybe. But I would definitely give them my money immediately if I saw a new Donkey Kong Country game.
You don't understand the Donkey Kong fan base.
Yeah.
They will go absolutely nuts if that's
No.
revealed.
They'll go absolute bananas.
Yes,
I'm
they'll
sorry.
go absolutely bananas.
I'm sorry, that was a terrible joke, but it fits better.
Yes, it does.
And my second thought on a Donkey Kong game is, like, Donkey Kong Country 64?
Mm-hmm.
Either a fully remastered version of it, or a new 3D Donkey Kong game. Like, but it takes inspiration from, like, Breath of the Wild, so you can, like, climb, go across all these things,
That's
swing from
such a high
lines.
concept idea, but of course we'd only come up with that because we've been dabbling in game development.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I would love, like, a Breath of the Wild kind of inspired 3D Donkey Kong game where you can climb, swing, and blast enemies away with a coconut gun.
That would be the most epic thing
Or just
ever.
brutally just fighting them in
that would get in
arm-to-arm
the
combat.
news. That would get in the news. That would be the most anticipated game of whatever year.
I know.
That would be the most anticipated new game, like literally.
Yes.
Like nothing that Xbox or Sony could put out could match that anticipation.
I fully agree.
But another idea that I've seen floating around Twitter is the possibility of a new Banjo-Kazooie game.
You see, that's a little bit weird, but I could see, like, them making a new band, just...
Like, everybody was very disappointed that there was no reveal for a new Banjo game at the Xbox conference. But somebody mentioned that it might be because of the fact that they're going to reveal it in Nintendo Direct.
And, your theory about, like, Square Enix saving their big guns for Nintendo's Direct, I felt like was stupid. But, having Rare save Banjo-Kazooie reveal for the Nintendo Direct, I could see more likely, because people who probably enjoy Banjo-Kazooie more will more likely be tuning into the Nintendo Direct.
And here's one more thing that they could do. A remake or sequel to Diddy Kong Racing.
That would be cool. I could see them.
That would fill in the void that people are missing from a new Mario Kart game.
And at this current moment, I could totally see them doing that.
Exactly. That would churn a lot of heads. That would make news headlines.
Yeah, I agree. And that's just... Yeah, I agree that would be very likely.
So, we're gonna agree, they're gonna do something Rare related, probably.
I'd give it a 35% chance.
But, it's possible.
It is possible.
But definitely new Donkey Kong.
Yes, definitely new Donkey Kong. I give that like a 90% chance.
Okay, now we can agree on that. Next, we're gonna go on to Kirby and Yoshi. Let's just smash them up together because they both got the same quality at this point.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, I'm a Kirby fan. I love Kirby, but Kirby's declined.
We're probably gonna get a new Kirby game, probably.
I agree.
Probably not a new Yoshi game, though.
I can actually fully agree with that. Yeah. And don't mention, like... Yeah.
If we do get a Yoshi game, it's going to be some crazy idea, creative idea concept that looks good, looks kind of crazy, but really doesn't look all that.
I think the chance for a new Yoshi game is about as likely as a Pikmin 4 reveal.
Yes, which we all know Pikmin 4 is a myth at this point.
Yes.
But since we got that out of the way, Star Fox.
You see, I could see them. I think it's like a 50% chance that Star Fox will show up at E3.
I mean, it might happen, it might not.
Star Fox really hasn't had anything Switch related other than...
So do you think they've dropped Star Fox at this point?
No, I don't think they have.
Well, it's true that Star Fox hasn't really made any hitters in the last 20 years.
Yeah, that's so sad, but yeah, it is true.
So, like, the Star Fox fandom is kind of dead.
Yeah, but I could see them bringing it back with some sort of new gimmick.
Yeah, but Star Fox did get that collaboration.
Yeah, exactly, and that's been the only thing Star Fox related.
With Astral Starlink, I think it was called?
Yeah, and that got really good reception, I think.
Yeah, I think it did. But based on that, do you think that from that reception, they're thinking, oh, we can bring back Star Fox?
Probably. I don't think they've dropped Star Fox yet. Like I said, I think that they bring it
right
back
now, we're
somehow.
putting it on the middle of the scale, right?
Yeah. But I could see them doing something dumb, though, like a Star Fox spin-off that's no fun, or a Star Fox 64 remake.
Another Star Fox 64 remake.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I could see them doing that.
Everybody's eyes would roll behind their head if we got a new remake of Star Fox 64.
I fully agree. That'd be the best thing ever.
I'd want them to do it just to have the reaction compilation on YouTube.
Yes, I fully agree.
YouTubers react to yet another Star Fox 64 remake. Everybody's reaction goes through the roof, and then they figure out it's a new Star Fox 64 remake. Everybody's heart just drops. Everybody just dies inside.
Yes, and just like it shows a super epic Star Fox game with all these new visuals, new gameplay, and the title drops: Star Fox 64 HD.
Okay, let's move on. Next is Splatoon 3. Do you think we're gonna get more gameplay and more information on Splatoon 3?
Yes. I think that we will. I totally think that we will. Like, they may even dabble a little bit on what the world setup is, who the new band is.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Splatoon 3 is going to be the game that we're gonna get we're gonna get a new trailer for, and then they're gonna talk about it for 10 minutes.
Yes, I think that we could safely place our bets on that.
Exactly. Because it's just the type of game they would do that with.
Yeah.
But I'm all for that, other than a game that's getting a premiere trailer. You know those games that the trailer drops and it's a game you have absolutely no interest in, and then and then in the back of your mind you're like, oh, this is gonna be the game that's gonna get the 10-minute developer interview, isn't it? Yeah. And then it does!
Yes! Yes!
But Splatoon 3 is not gonna be like that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. Now we've gotten to the cream of the crop, and now it is time to close out with the only thing that matters at this E3 for literally everybody watching. Skyward Sword HD. Are we gonna get
released yet?
No, it doesn't release till next month.
Oh.
But are we gonna get more information on it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think they're going to talk about anything Zelda related, it's going to be for the real reason, Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think we're going to get a new trailer at this point?
A new trailer? No.
No new trailer? No discussion whatsoever? Nothing revealed?
I can see them doing something like that. But, honestly, I think it's about time.
I think it is too. But what I really think it's time for is Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, yeah.
Because I completely skipped over that talking about Retro Studios.
Oh, yeah.
We got so caught up talking about Donkey Kong, we forgot to talk about Metroid.
We had so many decent thoughts on Metroid 4. Like,
if the Switch Pro is getting released.
Like, I know you said something about, like, Breath of the Wild 2 being a Switch Pro exclusive.
Which I still think might happen.
I don't think that will be the case. I think that they'll want to make it available on every Switch console. But I do think that if any Nintendo game was to be a Switch Pro exclusive, it would be Metroid Prime 4.
Which I can kind of agree with that, and I think everybody else would be on board with that.
Yeah.
But the thing about the Switch Pro is that I think we're probably going to get a reveal for the Switch Pro, because I think that's why we haven't seen any new information on Breath of the Wild 2 thus far. Is because they're building this specifically for the Switch Pro. And because of that, they haven't been revealing much gameplay because of the fact that most of it is being built on Switch Pro, for Switch Pro hardware.
You know what? That's actually a really good point. That's actually a good point. I don't think that'll be the case, but I think that
there's still a
good
possibility it's going to play on both systems, but I think they're designing the game for the Switch Pro.
Yeah. I could see that being correct. I don't think it will be, but I can see it being correct.
So, I think us getting more information on Breath of the Wild 2 is completely dependent on whether or not we get a reveal for the Switch Pro.
Yeah.
Which, if we do get a reveal for the Switch Pro, I think that'll be either mid-show or in the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
And I know we're, like, over the 20-minute mark, but we gotta, like, talk about the rest of this.
Yeah. Just wrap it up real fast.
But, like, at this point, I'm really, really, really hoping we get a new reveal for a new Switch. And if that's the case, I'm really hoping that Breath of the Wild 2 is built for that Switch Pro.
Yeah.
Because as much as I love the look of Breath of the Wild, it doesn't look... It could look better.
Yeah.
There are just little areas in Breath of the Wild where, this could use a little bit of polish as far as design is concerned. But it still looks like a very gorgeous game.
Yeah, I agree.
And the only way they're going to outsell the original is if they make the sequel look even better.
Yeah.
This is literally, if it's taking place in the same world, you're gonna have to give consumers a reason to buy the same game again.
Yeah.
But anyway, while we're still on the topic of Zelda, do you think we're going to get any more Zelda remakes?
Absolutely not.
So you don't think Ocarina of Time HD or Majora's Mask HD?
That's stupid. At the current moment, they're still trying to sell their next 3D Zelda game. If we get any kind of Zelda...
But what about Grezzo? What is Grezzo doing?
I don't know. But let me finish my thought line. I don't think that they would reveal a new 3D Zelda remake right now. But...
What if it's just the 3D remakes with HD textures?
No, I don't think that will happen.
Okay, I'm gonna bet on that happening right now.
I don't think it will happen because they still need to sell their current HD remake.
Okay.
So I don't think that they'll want to tease people with a 3D remake that looks better than Skyward Sword HD.
I think they're dumb enough to do it.
That'd just be burying themselves. Now, if you want to remake Zelda, a Zelda remake, I could see them announcing a remake for A Link to the Past.
That's possible.
I could see them doing that. Or...
remakes of the Oracle games.
I was actually going to say a remake of the original Zelda, but it's in, like, cutesy 3D top-down of sorts. It's multiplayer, but only on Nintendo Switch Online exclusive, and it's free.
Wow, that actually is an idea I could get behind!
I could see it happening!
I mean, they did do Mario 35.
Yeah, I could see them remaking the original Zelda game, making it multiplayer, making it available on Nintendo Switch Online.
But anyway, I think that concludes our discussion. But anyway, really hoping for E3, really hoping I can get this video out before tomorrow. So, those of you watching, I want to thank you, and I want to just say how relieved I am that this video made it in time, because if you're watching this, it definitely got done in time.
And if you're not watching it, then it did not get done in time, and we still have this on our desktop somewhere, away to rot forever.
But anyway, anybody who agrees with me, leave a comment. Anyone who disagrees with James, leave a dislike.
What? Excuse me, I had some very good points. I may not be a gamer, but I'm a gamer.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and maybe you'll see my reaction for E3. I will be recording the entire thing, only if I think my reactions are good. Will I post it on to Line tomorrow.
And you will not get my reaction, sorry.
Yeah, he won't show his face at this point. But one day, I promise you, he will show his face. But when he does, you're going to be really thrilled and surprised when he does.
Maybe. Anyway, that's all for now.
Yep, and you all have a blessed week, and we will see you later.
Bye!
Goodbye!